Hey, you guys, what's going on? This is your boy Fendug. I'm actually currently over here with my friend. That's one of my rollies. We are over here inside. She's over here inside the this social building, this social service building and whatnot. She's in there doing God knows what. I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't know. Now, here's the thing and whatnot. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what's been going on with me and whatnot. I know that I actually skipped making the videos last week and the beginning of this week. I was supposed to give you one on Tuesday, so I'm giving you one on Thursday. That's how it goes and whatnot. I'm mixed matching the days. I don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Now, here's the thing. I have a busy schedule. I've been doing Lyft. I'm currently in my car right now. I just got up from doing Lyft. I made a couple dollars. It was pretty good. It was pretty decent and whatnot. I did like the conversation. I had one young lady in here. We talked about how nurses down that work at Johns Hopkins don't have free parking, and that in the morning they have to actually pay $15 to park on the outdoor lot, and like it became a huge problem and whatnot for them. And I feel for them because you gotta understand that it's pretty much telling them to pay to go in there and save people's lives and whatnot. You gotta understand that the nurses have a very important job because they do everything before the doctors get in there and whatnot. Prep, make sure everything's sterile, make sure like these men and women who do nursing, like they go above and beyond and whatnot, and like I think that it's not fair to them that the doctors who can't afford to actually pay for the parking gets the free parking, but the people who just coming to work can't afford it and whatnot has to pay for parking. Like that's weird. So I want to give her. I'm gonna give her a shout out. I'm not gonna say her name and whatnot because I didn't ask if she could be in the video, so I can't really give out this young lady's name. But it was a cool little conversation. I liked it. It was dope. I probably should have told about my YouTube channel because I would have loved for her to follow it. I want to tell my Lyft passengers about it, but I don't because I don't be like, that's awkward. It's like peddling a CD. Now, peddling the mixtape. Now, on to the topic at hand and whatnot. So a friend of mine was explaining to me that sometimes we have to let go of things that are not useful to our lives, and like things that aren't benefiting us and things that aren't what's the name. Now, here's the thing. I have people in my well, in other words, like the video, because there was a video that I just recently watched where they said that a person will come into your life not because they love you, but just to plain old-fashioned use you. And to me, I'm like, wow, like that's so weird because I'm like, I've never seen myself as the person that get used. I always see myself as a person that was just friendly and like I do things for people and whatnot. Not with the expectation of getting anything out of it, but to just be doing it, you know, kind of to my heart kind of situation and whatnot. But now I'm realizing that I haven't been practicing what I preach. Like when I do stuff and whatnot, I should expect something out of it. I should expect a return on my investment in time and in effort. And now that I think about it and whatnot, I'm sorry, I do say and whatnot a lot. Now that I think about it, the things that I've done for people and the range that and the scope that it's gone in, like I wholeheartedly haven't been paid by some people and whatnot. And like it's funny that some people only mess with me harder and more physically after I've achieved certain things and whatnot. Not saying that there are a lot of success stories and just owning a car, or not saying that there's a lot to the success story and just being the guy who helps take care of his family and whatnot. Not saying that there's a lot of success in me living the way that I'm living and whatnot. But there's a level of growth that came to me that made me realize that a lot of people don't mess with me unless I have. And that's when I've learned, and that's where my friends were at, because they actually described to me that they told me that, Tone, you have people in your life who wouldn't be around otherwise. And when I'm actually curious as to the situation. Like if I absolutely positively came out my mouth and said, hey, I'm not giving out no more rides and I'm not doing anything free anymore, like if you guys need me, I'm gonna need y'all to pay me up front. I wonder how many people are going to actually still support me. Like, because ultimately that is where it is. I am a business right now. Lyft has made me my own business, my independent business. I'm an IBO. So, like, with that being said, I want to see who's going to support me and actually go out and pay for my services. And that's where we're at. Like, I'm no longer, and this is funny because I was explaining to my friends and whatnot, you got to understand where I'm at. I have grown in status to a point to where as though I'm looking to grow even further in status. My friend, you guys might know him as Mike Fiend, Nate Morse, if you guys don't know him. We call him Nate. Mike Fiend, he has a relationship and whatnot. They came together. They went through their trials and tribulations. They grew together. Like I told him, I see him owning his own pizza spot. I see his girl being a college professor. This is me being optimistic of their future because I know what kind of work they put in from the jump to now. That is what I know. For me, I've grown in status. I have not had a person or a female or someone that I've talked to that grew me in status, that helped me, that came in when I had absolutely nothing to help me grow in status and whatnot. Period. So now I'm looking like, okay, so I have been down. I have. But you can't expect the world from me if the only time you want to come around is when I already own the world. Like, you didn't help me get there or anything like that. So, like, I'm looking at it and whatnot. So, it's like they want to use your resources. They want to use your energy. They want to use your time. They want to use your money. And it's not even that they don't have for themselves and whatnot, but because of the fact that they just want to do it. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've had people cut me off just to re-enter my life and then cut me off again, then re-enter my life again and whatnot. And like I tell people all the time, I don't close doors. I don't lock doors. I don't block, like, for example, social media. I don't block people from social media. Period. Like I don't delete or block people from social media. What happens is I'm sorry, I take that back. When I do delete and block people, it's because they have duplicate pages and stuff like that. So, like, people will be like, oh, I got a new page, my other page got hacked, and I don't find no password to it. So, like, I delete the old page, so I won't be commenting on the older pages. That's the only time I delete and block pages in pages. But outside of that, I don't delete and block people. That's not what I do at all. I could care less if you're there. Like, people, like, for example, Instagram, I had someone just recently unblock me and follow me on Instagram, and she hit my phone and told me accept the follow request, and I'm like, my page not on private. I live in the light. I do not hide shit. It's not what I do. Like, I'm not that person when that's why I go through the problems I go through now, because I don't hide shit. But it is what it is. Like, if it's not that bad and whatnot, I don't understand why we hiding anything. We adults, so. But, you know, that's all that is. The story of the day is, know who your friends are. Know where your support system is. Because the reality of it is, there are people in this world that are only here to use you. They are not here to help you, benefit you. They are only here to benefit themselves. And you know what? Me, thinking about it, I have to appreciate my friends for who they are, because they made me realize just that. And I had to sit there and think about it and step back from a lot of shit that I was doing. Excuse my language. I had to step back from a lot of stuff that I was doing for shagging off. So y'all come on over and listen to the YouTube, and we're gonna have some fun, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all.